This conference will now be recorded.
Purchase order.
Purchase order. Okay. Okay. So let me go to the. Okay. So we were trying to create a purchase order. So during the purchase order, what is the configuration that we need to do? We need to create a purchase order document type and maintain number ranges and assign number range to the document types. So SAP standard document types are NB, FO and UB. So these are the SAP standard document types for the purchase order. So if you want, you can create your own purchase order document type. Let me go to the system. I will try to create a new purchase order document type, then create number ranges and assign those number ranges to the document type. Let me go to the system. So I will go to the SPRO transaction code, then go to the SAP reference, then go to the materials management, then go to the purchasing, purchase order, then define document, define number ranges. We will try to define the number ranges. There are so many number ranges created. Let us see if there is any number range interval. Okay, so these are the number ranges that are already we can create. So I will try to select this and I will copy. Okay, so what is the number range? So the number range integer is 36. That starts with 40, 3 all zeros, 40, 30, 999969 like that. So the number range integer is 36. Then I will try to save this particular number range. So I will go back and I will try to define a document type. So I will select define document types. What is the SAP standard document type? That is NB. So I will select NB and I will copy as, and I will try to create a new document type, that is DNB is the document type, and the number range integer I am going to put over here as 36, which is nothing but a internal number range integer. I just click on enter all. So I will save this. So I will go to the, I can create a new request, that is document type configuration for PO. For purchase order. I can just save it. So I created a DNB document type and I assigned 36 to the document type. So DNB to 36 number range, which we were able to assign it over here. Okay, so with this we were able to do the configuration. Now I need to create a purchase order. So how I will create a purchase order? So what is the transaction code to create a purchase order? The transaction code to create a purchase order is ME21N. So I will go to the logistics and materials management, purchasing and purchase order. ME21N is to create a purchase order. ME22N to change ME23N display. ME24 mass maintenance of supplement, and mass maintenance of the PO is ME mass PO. So release PO is MA29N and MA28 is collective release of the PO. Okay, so I will try to create a PO. So I will go to the ME21N. I will just go to the ME21N and I will try to give one vendor number over here. So the vendor number over is, so I will select a document type as a DNB over here. DNB is the document type. So I will select a vendor number as 7030 and I will input the purchase organization. Purchase organization is IN47 and the purchasing group 000, company code also IN47. Okay, so then I need to input the material number. Let us say I want to create a purchase order for the material number X907 and the PO quantity is, let us say, 10,000 numbers is the PO quantity and the net price of the PO is, let us say, 5 rupees. And what is the plant? Plant is IN47 and the storage location. Plant IN47 not there. What happened? Did somebody deleted it? IN47 plant. Let me see what happened to our plant. I will go to OX10 and I will go to the IN47. Okay, so IN47 is there, but why it is saying IN47 is not there? And the storage location I will put as 0001. What is the issue over here? Valuation area not defined. Let me see EC02. I will try to did somebody deleted the plant? It was working till yesterday. IN47 IN47 is there. What is this valuation area not defined? The valuation area defined for the plant is not defined in table 0001K. So did somebody deleted the company code to plant assignment? Let me go to the SPRO. SAP reference IMG enterprise structure assignment materials management Materials management or financial management. Okay, so SN company code to SN plant to company code, right? Logistic general, SN plant to company code. My plant is IN47. IN47 assigned to IN47, which is fine. What is the problem? Let me see. Valuation area not defined for plant. Let me see this error. Did anybody made some changes over here to the plant? It was working quite well yesterday. Check the assignment plant to valuation area in T0 T0 table. Let's check assignment plant to valuation area. Assignment plant to valuation area. Organizational unit. OX14. Let me see OX14. Valuation area is plant, which is fine. Let me see T001W table. Somebody made some changes to this particular plant. It was working quite well till yesterday, and today it is giving an error. N47. Okay, so valuation area is missing over here. IN48. Let us see IN48. This setting is missing. Company code and chart account valuation grouping code. One minute. Okay, so we will take IN48. So let us leave that particular plant. Let us see. Somebody made some changes to this plant. Somebody corrected the settings. So we will take IN48 and I will take the material that is being created for the IN48 plant. So I will see the material that is being created for IN48 plant. Okay, so I will select X890 material. X890. Okay, so and the storage location I will take it as 0001. So I just create. Okay, so like this, you need to create a purchase order. So manually, you can create a purchase order manually by inputting all these details in this fashion. Okay, so I will just save this particular purchase order and I can save it. So the purchase order number which got created is 40370. Okay, so 370 is the purchase order number. So this is manual PO. Manual PO, you can create a PO like this. You can also create a purchase order with a reference to the purchase requisition. So how you will create? So let me try to create a purchase requisition. I will go to ME51N. So I will input X890 is the material. Quantity is 10,000. Plant is IN48. Storage location is 0001. Purchasing group is 000. And the purchase organization is IN47. Enter. So I created a purchase requisition and I can save this requisition. So I can release this requisition via ME54N. So there is no release strategy. I can convert this requisition into a purchase order. So how I will convert? I will go to the ME21N. So I will go to the document overview on. I can select a purchase requisition document type, that is, what is the purchase? DNB I will select. So I will select, this is the purchase requisition, right? What is the purchase requisition I created? That is 101, right? This is the purchase requisition. Otherwise, I will go to the selection variant and I will select my purchase requisitions. So it will display all the purchase requisitions that I have created. So I will select this particular purchase requisition. I will go to the adopt. Okay, so I will input the vendor number over here as 7030 and I will select and I will click on adopt. So whatever may be the purchase requisition details that I have created, those details will be copied over here. So just save it. So you can create a purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition. So that is 4031. So this is against a purchase requisition. I can create a purchase order with reference to the RFQ, request for quotation. So how I will create? So let me try to create a quotation first. I will go to the ME41 transaction code and the quotation deadline date is, let us say, 30/06/2022 and purchase organization is IN47 000. Plant is IN48 and storage location is 0001. I can give some collective number and material is X890 is the material number. Quantity is 1000 and I will just click on enter button. I will enter the delivery date is 01/07/2022 So I will select this line item. I will go to the vendor address. Here I will input the vendor number over here. So I just save it. So the requisition, the request for quotation that is created is 67074. That is RFQ. RFQ is 67074. Okay, so now I can convert this RFQ into a order. So how I will do that? I will go to the document overview on, and I will give a vendor number over here as. So I will go to the selection variant and I will input request for quotations over here. So whatever may be the request for quotations I have created, I will see over here. Okay, so what is the request for quotation that I have created? So the request for quotation that I have created is 74, right? So I will select this and I will click on adopt. So I will try to save it. Now the requisition is now created. Purchase order is now created. I can also create a purchase order with reference to the. So what is the purchase order that is created? 45300 22586. I can create a request for quotation with reference to the contract. So let me create a contract. So I will go to the ME31K transaction code to create a contract. Let us say this is the vendor, this is the quantity contract is MK, and I can enter, I can give some validity end date. The material is X890. This is the contract quantity and contract price. So I can just save it, the contract. What is the contract that is being created? That is 4650151. 4650151 is the contract. I can convert this contract into a order. So how I will do that? I will go to the my contracts. So I will go to the selection variant. Here I will see any my contracts are there or not. So yeah, contracts. So whatever may be the contract that I have created, I will be able to. So I will just click on execution button. So this is the contract which I have created, and I will try to adopt and save it. So I think there is some release strategy for the contract. So we will try to release this particular contract. I will try to see this particular contract. What is the release strategy levels that are available? We have a release. We have 8 release strategy levels available over here. So I want to release a contract. How I will release? I will go to. I think what is the release strategy? Let us say somebody created the release strategy. So that release strategy got triggered over here. So without releasing this contract, I will not be able to convert this into a order. So the release group is PO and release strategy is Z1. So I will. What is the transaction code to release the contracts? The transaction code to release a contract is ME35K. ME35K, and the release code is P1. The release group is PO. So first level of release is P1 and the release code is PO. So I will try to release this PO, that is 151. I will select and I will click on release plus save. Then release code 2 and the release group is PO. So 151, I will try to release and save it. P3 and PO. select release and P4 and PO. Select release plus save and P5 and PO. Select release plus save and P6 and PO. Release plus save P7 and PO. Release plus save P8 and PO. So release plus save. Somebody is asking question, sir, where we see PO created against which PR? You can see in this here you will see 1 minute. Let me try to create a PO now against this particular contract. So the contract against which I want to create a PO is 151, right? So I will select. So this is the PO, right? So this is the contract. I want to convert this particular contract into a PO. So I will select this contract. I will go to the adopt. Okay, so I can create multiple purchase orders against a contract. I created a contract for 10,000, 1 lakh pieces, but I can convert that particular contract into multiple POs. So let us say this PO I am trying to create for 100 pieces. So I need to enter 100. So you will see the contract against, see this is the contract, right? So for this particular contract, under the line item number 10, I created a PO for 100 pieces, 500 pieces. I will say it. Okay, so the contract that I have created is, the PO that I have created against the contract is 4500022587. So now what is the question? Where we see PO created against which PR? So let us say I created this PO with reference to the PR, right? So I will go to the PO. I will try to display the PO. That is 45403701. So this PO against which purchase order, purchase requisition I created, I will be able to see. I will go to ME23 and write for the display. So I will try to display this PO 403701, right? So this PO is being created against what? What is this? Why it is not coming as one? So let us say this PO I created against what purchase requisition? You will see the purchase requisition details here. So this is the purchase requisition against which I created this particular PO. Okay, so with this we were able to create a purchase order. I want to change the purchase order. I will go to ME22N. I can make some changes if required. Let us say I created for 1000 pieces. I can change this to 10,000 pieces. So I just save it. Like this, you can make changes by using ME22N. Okay, so then display purchase order. You will be able to see the display of the purchase order via ME23N. So this is the display, which will have only a display access. Okay, so then you have a maintain supplement. I will go to ME24N. Let us say for this particular purchase order, if I want to maintain some supplement data, I can maintain it over here. Any information I want to maintain, I can maintain it over here. So just save it. Then mass maintenance of the PO. I created a PO. I want to change 1000 POs in one go for a particular field value. So where I will do that, I will go to the ME mass PO, and let us say I want to change something at the header level of the purchase order. So let us say these are the purchase orders which I have created. I want to make some changes in mass. For all these purchase orders, I want to make some changes. So I just selected all these purchase orders. For these purchase orders, I will go to the select fields. At the header level, there is a, let us say, currency. So I want to change the currency. So I will take this currency to the left side and I will click on OK. So presently the currency for all these purchase orders at the header level is INR. I want to make it to USD. So I will just put USD over here and I will click on select and I will go to the carry out mass change. So for all these purchase orders, I want to make the currency as INR to USD. I will just try to save it. Okay, so let me now go to the, we will see whether this particular POs got changed for the USD. I will go to ME23N and let us say I will go to the header level of the purchase order. In the header level where I will see the currency, I will see the currency at the, you see earlier the currency was INR, now it got changed to USD. Okay, so for this particular purchase order also I can see the currency got changed from INR to USDC. So you can make changes for the purchase order at the header level as well as line item level by using this particular transaction code. Okay, so these are the ways you can create a purchase order. And what is the next? What next? The next is the release strategy of the purchase orders. Okay, so if I want to release a purchase order, so one release strategy, the release process for the purchase orders, you need to create it now. Like we created the purchase requisition release strategy, in the same way I can create one release strategy for the all procurement documents, like for the request for quotation and for the contract, whether it is a quantity contract or value contract. Quantity contract or value contract. And scheduling agreement. And for the PO. So all these documents can have one release strategy. One release strategy can suffice the purpose of all these documents. So what are the steps that are included in the purchase order, scheduling agreement, contract, and request for quotation release strategy? Okay, so it will have the steps which we have in the purchase requisition release strategy. Same steps will be there, but what are the differences? So the differences are, purchase order or the contract release strategy is always at header level. But in case of purchase requisition, the release strategy can be at a header level as well as item level. Header level means if your purchase requisition has 10 lines or 999 lines, all the lines will be released in one go. When I say item level, you can release individual items individually. But when it comes to the purchase order release strategy, you will have the release strategy at the header level. Means if your purchase order has 999 line items included in it, all the line items will be released in one go for a particular level. So purchase requisition release strategy will be two types. One is without characteristics and with characteristics. But in case of purchase order, so the release strategy will be always with characteristics. Okay, so what is the communication structure for the purchase order release strategy? So the communication structure for the purchase order release strategy is CEKKO. What is the communication structure for the purchase requisitions? Can anyone tell? Purchase requisition communication structure. Can anyone tell? I think we already configured a complete purchase requisition release strategy, right? What is the communication structure for the purchase requisitions release? Can
Feedback.
anyone? Okay,
Feedback.
CE ban. Okay, good. So CE ban. So what are the steps that are involved in the purchase order release strategy? Like in case of purchase requisition, you have same step. The same steps are available over here. That is edit characteristics and edit class, then set release process. Within set release process, you have a release group, create a release group, then release code, then release indicator, then release strategy. Then workflow. Then check release strategies, right? So these are the steps that are involved in the purchase order release strategy. Okay, so now what are the characteristics that I want to create for the purchase order release strategy? So I need to define the characteristics, right? How I will define the characteristics? I will go to the SC11 transaction code. And I will input the communication structure, that is CEKKO. And I will go to the display, and the first and foremost characteristic is company code. So I will select company code. Company code is the characteristic number 1. So that is CEKKO. The technical field is CEKKO works, BUKRS works. So CEKKO and the technical field is BUKRS, nothing but works for the company code. Then I will define some naming convention over here, that is L company code. I can give some naming convention to identify this particular characteristic. Then what is characteristic number 2? So the characteristic number 2 is a purchase order document type. So that is BSART. So I will go to the purchase order document type, that is CEKKO BSART. LR type. So LR type. Then purchase organization, that is EKORG, CEKKO. CEKKO EKORG, that is LPORG. Then purchasing group EKGRP. CEKKO EKGRP, that is LPGRP. Then you have a plant, that is works, WERKS. Plant CEKKO works, L plant. Then purchase order value, total net order value, that is GNETW. So CEKKO GNETW, it is L value. Okay, so like this, we need to define the characteristics based upon which I want to trigger a release strategy. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow from here. Okay, so see, 6 o'clock is not fine, right? I think they are I am also not able to come by 6 o'clock. So mostly I will try to come at 6:15 if required. Okay, we will continue from 6 to 6:30 only.
Okay, sir.
6 is very early here. I am also not able to come. I need to travel half an hour from my home to institute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we will continue at 6:30 only. Okay then. Okay then. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, sir.